Hey troops, Roxy here and welcome to Roxy Plays Games and welcome to a special episode today. Today I'm actually going to be showcasing a virtual airline called Fly UK. Um, so yeah, I'm going to get into a bit more details about this, give you a quick look around the website and show you how it all works, and I'm actually going to do a flight today as well. But before I do, I just want to do my usual thank you. So thank you for everyone who has liked my previous videos and recently subscribed to the channel. Welcome on board, guys. It's really appreciated. Nice to see you around. Right, so Fly UK. Right, before I go into Fly UK, you don't have to be from the UK to be part of this. You can be from anywhere in the world, but obviously they are based in the UK. Um, and they've got a really nice website, loads and loads of information. I'll put a link in the description, so obviously you can have a look around for yourself. But I just thought I'd showcase a few of the bits and pieces on here. So about Fly UK, have a look on it for yourself. Okay, if you have got no idea what a virtual airline is, click on what is a VA, and it'll give you some information on there. Um, But here's some facts and figures about Fly UK. And I have been part of a couple of other VAs that, they've been okay in their own ways, but quiet, I think's a better word to use, very quiet. These guys are very active, and I'll show you some stats about numbers now. They've been active for over 16 years. They are recognised VA on IVAO and VATSIM. So similar to British Airways, so BAW, their call sign would be Speedbird. Um, Fly UK's call sign is Skyways, so you actually get a designated call sign. The IATA code is FL, so when you're doing your flight plans, it'll be FL. And as you can see here, members, they've got over 1,000 members, over 800 active members. Currently 39 on leave. So yeah, there's loads and loads of information on here. So I would definitely recommend having a look at what a VA is if you have no idea. Fleets in operation. So they've got all different types of flights that you can do, from GA flying all the way up to long hauls. And I'll quickly go through those in a short minute. And the fleet, they've got loads and loads of planes on here, and all of the planes have even got liveries as well. So you've got different classes, and I'll talk about the classes in a second. Different classes, different planes, Grand Caravans, Dorniers, Saabs, yeah, airliners, so the 737 and the Airbus, all the way up to 747, 757, 787s. So they're all here. And just clicking on, let's just have a look at the Grand Caravan as an example. It gives you stats about the plane, even cost index for when you're doing your flight planning. You can download the livery depending on what platform you're on. And here's a good thing, Microsoft Flight Simulator. Now obviously I know skins are a little bit up in the air at the moment. I do have some skins. I'm going to be doing a episode on Microsoft Flight Simulator very soon. I just wanted to kind of do this before I went over to that. But yeah, liveries will be coming for that one. But obviously I'm on X-Plane, so you've got two different liveries here for this particular plane. And also configuration options if they are available. So you can obviously do all of that as well. So quite cool. So that is all of the different planes and things on there. They also have a rank scheme, and a rank scheme is really cool. So basically you do a flight, that gets logged in your logbook, or your hours get logged in your logbook, and as you do more hours, you go up your rank. So you start off as a Class E first officer, and then after 5 hours you'll be a Class E captain. Then when you get to Class D, when you've done 10 hours you get your Class D, 30 hours Class C, 55 hours Class B, 90 hours Class A, and then 300 hours you get your ATP First Officer. So obviously you've got progressions, you've got goals and aims to obviously try and work your way up there. And essentially, if you have a look at here, it gives you, as you work your way up your ranks, you get bigger and better planes that you can actually fly. Although, if I'm quite honest, I mean, getting to Class D is going to be where most people will be flying within these types of planes, but potentially some people will want these C, B, and obviously if you want in the 747 as an example, you're going to be working your way up to Class A. Why choose Fly UK? Well, I've been flying with them for a little while. Great community, very active community, a very helpful community, and yeah, as you can see, very advanced. They've been busy for a long time. So how does it all work? Right, so once you join, the first thing you're going to want to do is go to Skytrack and downloads. Skytrack is the software that will link with your flight simulator to obviously track your particular flight, and then you may need to download an extra bit of software depending on the simulator that you're using. As an example, I'm on X-Plane, so I need to download XP-UIPC. If you're on FSX or the new Microsoft Flight Simulator, that will link with SimConnect. There has been a few issues with that at the moment, but there is a workaround, and that's all in the Discord anyway. If you do join, and if you're on earlier versions, then you'll need FSUIPC. But yeah, if you're on X-Plane, obviously I'm on X-Plane and I'm on Microsoft Flight Simulator. You're going to need to download the Skytrack, and X-Plane you'll need to download the XP-UIPC as well. It's just a little plugin, very simple to install. You just put them into your plugins folder. Once you've done all of that, you will then have this little interface here. Okay, and we'll come back to that in a short while. But that's the downloads done. The next thing that you're going to want to do, obviously have a look around, but operations is where you're going to do your particular flight, and there's various different options that you have. Now the scheduled ones is going to be, I say, from when you get to Class D onwards, because these are all of the bigger planes, okay, or the airliners. So you potentially won't be able to do any of these until you are at least Class D. So you can fly the 737 as an example. However, some of the other ones you can do, where I would probably recommend starting is either something like the Nordic Sky, which is where I did my first few flights. I started off in the Dornier, and then once I'd done a few flights here, I then went over to New Zealand, which was on, I think it was Fly 2. Nope, not Fly 2. Which one was it? Oh, Top of Sky. And I was doing the Cessna Grand Caravan. The other one that I would also recommend having a look at is the tours. Starts off in Class E. You got 3 areas that you can do: UK region, Let's Do Europe, and Let's Do Alaska. And essentially, all you do is you click on tours, legs, and info. Gives you information about the tours, the types of planes that you can fly, approximate total duration. So to do all of these tours is going to give you around about 14 hours, 15 hours. But all you do is you start off here and you just work your way through the tour. So leg 1, leg 2, leg 3, leg 4, but obviously you're going to have to do it in sequence. Click on here, it'll give you details about the legs, how far it is, where it is. So this is basically obviously doing a tour around the UK. And then once you have got your 10 hours, you can then do the Class D. So you could, like I say, just do the UK or whichever one you wanted to do. Finish all of them. You're going to be well and truly into your Class D, and then you could do a Class D tour. And I'm going to come back to that one in a short while because that's what I'm actually going to be doing today. So those are all the different things that you've got. You've also got a flying club that you can be part of, and they go on out and do a lot of GA flying. Alternatively, what you can do is you can click on flight search, choose your rank. So obviously when you're starting off, you're going to be a Class E, and then choose the plane that you can fly. So let's say it's the Grand Caravan as an example. So you've got your Grand Caravan, you're a Class E, and then you would choose the duration. Now obviously Grand Caravan you can't go over 4 hours, but let's say you wanted to do something 2 to 3 hours. Click search for flights, and then what it's going to do, it's going to give you a list of all the flights for that particular plane that is over 2 hours. And as you can see, there's three flights here, all of them in New Zealand. In the Grand Caravan, it's the Top of Sky livery, and that's it. So that's another way that you can obviously do your hours, and then once you've got your Class D, so you can fly on a bigger plane, so you could then say, right, I want to now fly, let's say the 737-800, I'm Class D or below, and let's say I want to go over 4 hours. Search for flights, and then it's going to give me a list of all the ones here. Some of them are on VATSIM, some of them are not. You can see the days that you have to fly on, and yeah, a whole big list there, as you can see by the little bar here. Lots and lots and lots of flights there that you can do. So that's different ways that you can do the flight. So how does it actually work? I suppose that's what you're going to be more interested in. Obviously there's a lot more to this here. There's events and there's community bits and pieces and training and whatnot, but essentially once you've joined the Discord, you've got all of the stuff downloaded that you need to download, and you just want to do a flight. Choose whichever one you're going to do. So like say if you're going to do the tours or if you're just going to do the search in there, I'll show you what I'm going to do. So I'm going to do a tour. I'm actually going to do a Class D tour, and I'm going to do the let's do the Caribbean rhythms. So you click on here, gives you information about this one. So ever wanted to fly around the sunny Caribbean and see some of the world's greatest airports. So it's going to give me a total of approximately 12 hours. So that's great. You've got sky vector charts here, so it'll give you the charts for this. So we're starting off at Miami, flying out to Nassau International, and it kind of does a loop around the Caribbean and then back to Miami, so that's cool. All of the different planes that you can fly. So it's got quite a few here, but we're going to do the 737-800 with the Fly 2 livery. And the first leg, like I said, is from Miami to Nassau. So let's have a quick look at the information for this. There's the flight there. It's 160 nautical miles. It says the estimated duration is 50 minutes. It'll probably be a little bit quicker than that, I would have thought, but we'll see. Let's close that down. So what do you do when you want to do a flight? Well, you book a flight. As simple as that. Choose the network that you want to fly on, whether you want to do it offline, IVEO, VATSIM, multiplayer. Obviously that could be like FS Cloud, X-Flight Server. If you're doing multiplayer on Microsoft Flight Simulator, you could choose that. So we're just going to do an offline flight here. I don't want any extra bits to add in on the flights for today. I just want to be all about Fly UK and how it works and how you do a flight. You then need to choose the plane. So we are doing the Fly 2 737-800 and enter the time you will fly. Now you need to do this in Zulu. So the current Zulu time is actually 11:18. I've actually got my plane pretty much ready to go. It's only going to take me a few minutes. So let's say let's go for 23:30. Give myself 11 minutes to go. We then need to choose the day that we're flying on. So it's actually Friday today. So make sure you pick the right day, because if you choose the wrong day and the wrong time, well, not so much the time really. I don't think that's going to be too much of an issue, provided not super late or too early. But the day you won't be able to fly, it'll come up with an error. And that's it, I think. Remarks, if you've got anything that you want to put in there, you can do. So 23:30, that's 11 minutes from now. And today is the 21st of August. So let's click book flight. So we can see here now I've already got this brings you to your booked flights. Now I've actually got a flight booked for tomorrow morning at 6 o'clock Zulu. This is an event that's going on, a multiplayer event, so I'm going to be doing that. But this is the flight that we are looking at today. So what we then need to do is we need to dispatch. Now it says here upload PIREP or PIREP, however you pronounce it. Basically, when you do a flight, at the end of the flight, you will basically have a flight record of what you've done. It's a digital format. Sometimes software can have a problem. Technology can have a problem. And sometimes it won't upload when you finish your flight, and I'll show you that at the end. Hopefully it should all work fine. But if it doesn't, what you can do is you can download that I'm going to call it a PREP. You can download that PREP onto your computer, and then you can come here and then you can click upload. So let's say, for example, you lose internet. You can continue to do the flight, download that PREP onto your computer, and then once your internet comes back, you can then upload it, because obviously you're going to need an internet connection to upload it. So yeah, that's only relevant obviously if you have issues uploading at the end of the flight. But what we're going to do is we're going to click on dispatch, and then what this is going to do is going to give you information about the flight, your flight number, your call sign, some radio call sign. So my ID for Fly UK is 9049. Call sign is Skyways, so I would be Skyways 9049er. Plane that I'm flying, estimate duration, distance, registration of the plane. Obviously with Microsoft Flight Simulator, which is really cool, you can actually put this registration in, so that's really nice little thing. Your departure and arrival airport codes. So yeah, loads of stuff here. Now if you've got SimBrief, if you're not using Sim Toolkit Pro, which I am, you can just click on this, or you can click on Sky Vector, and then you can upload. It'll upload straight into there. You got your information on the CFP, depending on how you like that. More information about the aircraft, cost indexes, which obviously you need to put into your FMC when you're doing that. Information about your departure airport. You can even get chart links, scenery. Sometimes they'll have scenery available. It tells you whether there's any ATC online at that particular airport. Even your weather information. So you got your departure, you got your arrival. Really cool. And then your alternates as well. Right, so that's all of that. So overview. So we are ready to go. So what we would then do is we would click on our little icon that we've downloaded for the Sky Tracker. Looks like this little UK or British flag symbol. You click on that, that opens up this. You put in your username, which is your ID, and obviously the password that you created, and then you click on fetch bookings, and what it's going to do, it's going to load up your flight that you booked in for. So as you can see, we're booked in for the Miami flight here. We're flying on offline. Now what you need to do is you need to make sure that your engines are off and the simulator is loaded. If you do, this will not appear. Oh, sorry. Before you click on start selected flight, so you need to book yourself in. It will appear here, and before you click start selected flight, you need to have your simulator on, and the plane needs to have its engines off. If you've got no internet, then you obviously click on that one. If you're doing a club flight, you click on that one, but we're just going to click on start selected flight, and then it starts. So this will kick in a short while. Once I put the fuel in, it'll load up the fuel here, and once we actually start pushing back, then it will do the off blocks time, and also at the same time start the flight duration. So the flight duration isn't just the flight, it's from when you start pushing back until you finish the flight. So, and that's it. That is as simple as this. It's connected to X-Plane via the XPUI PC, so that's why you need to download that for X-Plane. That is it, guys. You do your flight, and then once you've finished your flight, you click the stop recording. But we'll come to that when we finish the flight. So let's get over to X-Plane. It's rather windy here at the moment in Miami. So let us get here. And this is the Fly UK, Fly 2 livery, is what I want to say, for the 737-800. So it's kind of a cool livery. I really like this one. Right, let's get ourselves into the plane. We're almost ready to go. I just need to do my pre-flight. So I'm going to get my co-pilot to do that. So they can get all that ready. I've got my charts here. So we are actually taking off on runway 12. So I'm going to be pushing back, nose facing west. And then we're just going to taxi to November 6 and then along Mike all the way down to runway 12, and then we're going to take off. Fairly straightforward. Righty. So let's get some engine started. Oh, right there. You know what I haven't done?
Engine 1 timing.
I haven't done better pushback.
Hey Captain, let me know where you want this thing.
Let's get better pushback set up. This is one thing that I hope comes to Microsoft Flight Simulator, because the pushback in Microsoft Flight Simulator,
Great news, Captain, your tow's coming.
is pants, to be honest. Right, so tug's on its way. In fact, we'll start the engines, save a bit of time.
Start valve open N2 rising. %25% N2.
All right, looks like the doors and hatches are closed and we're ready to connect.
Engine 2 timing. Start valve open N2 rising. 25% N2.
Welcome aboard, Captain. Toes connected,
Starter
bypass
cut out.
pins inserted. Go ahead and kill the parking brake when you're ready to go. Here comes the pushback.
Righty, pushing back. I don't need you. So yeah, I'm looking forward to doing some flight on Microsoft Flight Simulator. Very, very good looking game, but at the moment I've only got the standard version. I've got it with the Xbox Game Pass, so it hasn't cost me anything, which is cool. However, it looks like we're going to have a sunset departure. That's nice. Yeah, however, it only comes with the A320neo and the 747, and they're a little bit. They look great, but they don't work fully. They've got problems with the autopilot, and yeah, it's just not great. Something's wrong with them. I'm sure they'll get fixed fairly soon because everyone's been complaining about it. If you haven't already heard, but the GA flying is awesome. Is what I'm going to say. Absolutely awesome. So I may do some tours in like a caravan or something because I actually really like that plane. But obviously, as far as
Just about done here. Go ahead and set your parking brake.
My Fly
And we're
UK,
disconnecting the tow. Give me just a moment.
as far as I'm concerned, this is kind of just like a promotion or introduction for Fly UK because it's a great VA, great community, and it gives you something else to add into your flight experience if you want something extra to do within that. And I would definitely recommend it. But I think going forward, I'm actually going to do more recordings. I'm going to have an episode, or a series, I should say, not an episode. I'm going to have a series of my flights within Fly UK, so you can kind of see all of the different elements that you can actually be part of or do within
And we're
Fly UK.
disconnected. Signal and pin on the left. Take it easy and have a safe flight.
So I've already got a series going at the moment, my Around the World in 80 Days, and they've actually got a Around the World in 80 Days series with, or not series, tour that you can do within Fly UK. I'm not following that one. I'm actually doing one that I've got from Wikipedia, which is the one I'm following. But obviously you can follow the one on here, which would be kind of cool. Right.
Beginning before taxi procedures.
Before taxi procedures, get some lights on. So it looks like we're going to have a nighttime landing by the looks of it.
Before taxi
It is
procedures
6:30 in the morning here. Morning in the evening. In the UK, it is actually midnight. Hence why I can't speak properly because I'm half asleep. I'm tired, but I just wanted to get this one out because I think for anyone wishing to join something like a VA, then this is definitely going to be something for you. Well, it's certainly to consider. Have a look around the website, see what you think for yourself. But what I like is the simplicity to it. It's very, very simple. Download Sky Tracker. If you're on X-Plane, you download the XP UIPC. If you're on FSX or Microsoft Flight Simulator, you don't need to download anything. You just download the Sky Tracker and that's it. It all works. I actually have tested it out because I didn't want to say something works if I haven't actually tested it myself. So yeah, that all works. It's all fine. And you can do flights. So you're doing your flights. You just start up the little Sky Tracker. Obviously, after you've booked your flight, do your flight. You finish the flight or stop the recording on the Sky Tracker, and that's it. It registers on the website, which I'll show you once we've done this flight. And you earn your hours, work up your hours, get your promotions. Everyone in Discord congratulates you. Obviously, the first one's not so much a biggie because 5 hours takes you nothing. 10 hours takes you nothing to get to. I mean, you can literally do that in 4 or 5 flights. But then higher up you go, the more sort of prestigious it is, I guess. The more recognition you'll get. And like I say, it's just something else to add to your flight simming experience, if that's the kind of thing you want to do. Right, so I'm just going to follow my chart because I'm not 100% sure. I think I've only flown out of here once. I haven't flown into here, that's for sure. We're going to have the sun behind us, which is a shame. It'd be nice to have a look at that, but I'll do some outside views for sure. So we should be going straight across here. So my charts are really handy to have, guys. Definitely recommend having a chart, because when you're in unfamiliar territory, as I currently am, it's very helpful. So we'll do our hold short here.
Beginning before takeoff procedures.
That's runway 12. That's what we want.
Takeoff procedures completed.
Right, we've got no traffic around, so that's all good.
Okay, the cabin is secured. Have a good flight.
Thank you. Right, we should be able to go straight onto LNAV rather than doing any heading selects. I normally keep it on heading select because I'm so used to doing it on VATSIM and having ATC telling me which direction to go for departures. Not all the time, but sometimes they do, especially when it's really busy. Right, let's start our clocks. I like to start that one as well on my chrono, if I can hit the button. There we go. Right, I think, guys, we are good to go.
Takeoff thrust set. Airspeed alive.
So once we get up in the air and I'm stabilised and I get
80 knots.
the autopilot on, I'll just go back over to the Sky Tracker and show you that working.
V1 rotate. Positive rate.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. That's a little bit rough.
400.
Sorry, passengers.
Gear up.
1,000.
Yeah, that was a little bit of a rough takeoff. I didn't actually realise, did we have any wind then? I don't know, it might have just been my dodgy flying skills. Good job I'm not a real pilot, hey? look at that view. So, you know, X-Plane isn't bad. You know, it's going to take a while, I think, for Microsoft Flight Simulator to be better than X-Plane in every aspect. I know they've got the visuals in a lot of places a lot better. I'm definitely going to be checking this flight out in Microsoft Flight Simulator and comparing the two. See what it looks like. Nice. Actually, I think let's get ourselves a screenshot, shall we? Kind of want, yeah, let's go for that angle there. Nice. Righty, so let's get back on here. Right, we haven't got long at all on this flight. It's going to be quite a short one. So while we are flying, let's go back over, quickly show you Sky Tracker or Skytrack. So this is it here, it's running. So as you can see, we was off the blocks at 23:28 Zulu. Flight duration, which includes the pushback and taxiing, has been 11 minutes. Our start fuel was 4,894 kilograms. So far I've used 488 kilograms. Our flight number on there and distance flown is 10 nautical miles. So like I say, once we land and we park up, we hit stop recording, and then obviously that will give us the completed information, but I'll show you that once we get in. Right guys, so there's not really much for me to talk about for this flight now. So all I'm going to do is we're coming in through the Amarja transition into Mooney and then landing on runway 14.
Passing 10,000 feet.
And then we'll try and come off at Delta if we can. If not, we'll have to go for Bravo. We'll try and come off at Delta if we can. And then
QNH set.
let's have a look where we're going to park. Oh, I wanted that one, didn't I? Parking gates and coordinates. I don't know if we're going to have anything. Domestic gates, US terminal, international gates. So let's just do a domestic. R102, A2, A2, A3. Yeah, we'll go for A2. So that's that bit there. So we can get off at Delta, and then we want apron 4. Yeah, apron 4, Alpha 2. Coolio. Right, frequency is 110.10, which I'd already put in. You may have noticed me doing that. And the course 143, which I've put in already. We're past 10,000.
Gear off, auto brake off.
A little bit slow on that one.
Beginning 10K climb procedures.
Get these lights off.
10K climb procedures completed. Caution, engine is already running.
Cool. Right, so yeah, not really much to talk about now. Obviously I'm not doing a the video's not all about the flight itself, it's just showing you how Fly UK works. So what I'll do is I'm just going to let you enjoy the flight, and I shall chat with you when we get on the ground.
Standard set.
Thousand to go.
Alrighty, we're just... What are we doing? We're descending. Yes, we are. So, not long to go now. What I have actually done is on the flight dispatch page that we have once we booked our flight, I've gone to the arrivals tab. Oh, got a bit of thunder going on. So we can see where we're going to the Bahamas. There's no assigned
QNH set.
when you go to like big airports like Heathrow example, as an example, they actually have allocated stands that you can taxi to, but we don't have any here. You can download charts if you don't have them for each airport. Not every chart is going to be available, some of them are, some of them aren't. It will also have links for scenery, freeware and payware if they're available. Online ATC, if any of them are online. There's no online ATC here, but we got the weather. You got the METAR, you got the TAF, when it was done. So we are looking at QNH of 29 and 97. Which you may have seen me putting into the display earlier. Moderate breeze from southeast, 140 degrees at 13 knots. So yeah, it's going to be a bit of a choppy landing, I think. So let's go back over to explain. So 29 and 97 is plugged in. Oh, minimums. Let's do the minimums. Cool. Right, drag is required.
Passing 10,000 feet. Beginning 10K descent procedures. 10K descent procedures completed.
Right, so here we are, we're just coming into the charts in a minute, heading to Amarajar. And then Mooney. We're actually at Amarajar, or Marja, however you pronounce it. We're heading to Mooney, where we need to be below 2,000 feet. So I'm actually going to set this to 16 go 4. Let's have a quick look. How long is the runway? It's a long runway, but I want to kind of stop, try and get delta if I can. So I'm actually going to go break 3. Yeah, we've got a nice wind at the moment, 11 knots. It says it's 13 knots on the ground, but obviously that can change, fluctuate. Right, so speed's down, so let's get the speed brakes back off. And hopefully we can have a safe landing. You can see the runway in the distance there. I'm just going to put my wing lights on.
Localizer captured.
Right, for some reason the plane isn't descending. So what I'm actually going to do is go onto a heading select. I'm just going to swing myself around and do a level change. I'm not sure why the plane isn't descending. That could be a little bit problematic when we want to land. That's not a problem. We'll do a little bit of a spinny round. Now obviously if I was on VATSIM I wouldn't be doing this because they would be vectoring me in, telling me what altitudes and directions to be going on. We're in the fluffy clouds. So yeah, I'm just basically just doing a little bit of a spin around, drop some altitude down because we're not going to make 2,000 or below 2,000 feet in such a short distance. Hence why the localizer and approach failed to connect, even though it said localizer established. It wasn't at all. That looks really cool, doesn't it? Wow. Right, no, we're not going for that airport. I may need to... Let's have a look here. Let's drop the speed down to 200. And let's go vertical speed. 9. Let's go 1,000. Let's do a left turn. Should be good now to make it. Yeah, we're good, we're good. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to get to 3,000 feet. I'm going to go back onto LNAV and VNAV. Let's go do that, execute LNAV and VNAV, excellent. And we got some bad weather, joy. This is going to be a nasty landing, I think. should be able to get VOR lock properly now and approach path to the glide slope. Right, there's the airport.
2500.
1,000 to go. Thousand to go.
Flaps 1.
Right, hopefully we have a clear landing now. Hopefully that was just a little bit of a patch of rain we went through.
Thousand to go. Thousand to go.
I'm just basically waiting for this magenta diamond to light up and then start moving down, and then we'll hit the approach. Command 2. 14 knots headwind, or slightly cross. That's going to be bumpy, I think. Right, here we go. So let's hit approach. Command. And hopefully this will work. Not every airport works. Sometimes you end up having to do it manually, but I am ready to take over if I need to.
Flaps 5.
1,000 to go.
Glide slope captured.
Gear down flaps 15.
Probably did that a little bit early, but never mind.
Flaps 30.
Right, speed brake is on, we're on flaps 30, gear is down, we've got 3 greens. Auto brakes are on 3. Chart ready, we're aiming for delta if we can. Got a bit of thunder going on.
1,000.
Ooh, look at that, see that then? Over in the distance there. Lightning! Right, so we're going to be coming off to the left.
500. 400. 300. Approaching minimums. 200.
Okay, minimums is good. Minimums is good. We have visual.
100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10. Speed brake up. Reverser is normal.
Yeah, we should be good for delta. Awesome.
Localizer captured. Glide slow captured.
Thunder. Wow.
Beginning cleanup procedures. Cleanup procedures
Right, so
completed.
we're taxiing along the hotel and we want to come off at Hotel 4. I'm actually going to keep these. Oh no, they was on. Cool, nice landing. Let's go and park up. Get our passengers off before they get soaked. Unless obviously we have a gateway here, which doesn't always seem to work with the SAM gateway. That's one thing I'm going to enjoy with Microsoft, is their gateways work, and it's come standard with the base game. You don't have to go spending £20–30 on an additional add-on, or trying to find a free plugin that may or may not work. The thunder's definitely getting closer. Right, we want Hotel 4, didn't we? Hotel 4. We're going to park in Alpha 2. So Hotel 4, and then we want to go kind of left and then right. So we've got Hotel 5, which is this one here. And we are going to Hotel 4, which is this one here. So we need to go right and then left a little bit, don't we? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Not that much right. Right and left a little bit, I said. And then we should be parking up there. Yeah, there's no gates here. Or jetways, I should say. And there are no other planes here, so we shall just park up. Alpha 2 is this one here. No blokies to guide us in. Again, something that's great about Microsoft Flight Simulator, because that seems to have that built in. Ah, poor X-Plane. I mean, X-Plane is great. I definitely won't believe in X-Plane, but Microsoft Flight Simulator has got the edge on certain things.
Beginning shutdown procedures.
Right, so we are shutting down. We're going to go back over to our tracker. Just bring that back up. And as you can see, the clock has stopped.
Shutdown procedures completed.
Once we've parked up, so let's click stop recording. And if you had any issues, you could put that in here. But you can see duration 48 minutes. That's actually pretty close, wasn't it? It said 50 minutes for the estimated time, and we did it in 48 minutes. So cool. We used £4,000 of fuel. Distance flown 182 nautical miles. So let's click submit. And that is it. So our file has been filed. We can close that down, and then if I go up here and I go into my logbook, you can see that's the flight that we've just done here. It's part of the tour. Click on that, give us a quick debrief of what we've done. If I go back up to my details of my pilot, we've got some more information here. Shows you all the planes and the flights that I have done. And which one is it? This one I'm looking for? Oh no, I had it already on. So 15 hours I've done so far. 9 P-reps have been put in. My virtual location is MYNN. The good thing about this is you don't have to depart this airport. You can go from any airport. So if I wanted to do a flight in London, I could fly from London. I don't have to fly from here and work my way to London to go and do a flight in London, so that's kind of cool. But yeah, that's where I'm virtually located at the moment. And yeah, we go over to tours and Class D, which is the one I'm doing, and the Caribbean one. What you'll see now is this one has been done, and now I can book it in to do this one, which is going to be an hour and a half. So that is it, guys. This is how Fly UK works. Very, very simple, very, very cool. Like I say, it's got a really good community, very active community, and they fly on just about every every platform. X-Plane, FSX, P3D, obviously Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020, now that is out and released. People are flying on there. It's got some hiccups, the new simulator, so don't obviously have high expectations for that just yet. But as you can see here, even just on here, Fly UK announces MSFS support, so they're all good. And today's stats, because it's actually the start of a new day. It's gone past 12 midnight Zulu. I am the one who's done this flight. When you click on this, it'll show you everyone that's done a flight, and obviously it is me. I am the one. And it does have a map tracker as well, so you can see everyone that's flying. Don't know why my throat's gone all husky. Someone in New Zealand there. Someone up in Ireland, in the UK there. Someone over in Italy. Obviously it's getting late now, so most people are probably in bed. So that's it, guys. This is Fly UK. I'm going to put a link in the description for the website. Really simple. That's the link for the website there. I'm going to copy that now. And if you've got any questions, if you need any help or advice, then there is a Discord, there is a help section on there, or you can obviously ask me. So that's it, guys. Thanks for watching. I hope this has been useful. If you're new to virtual airlines, I hope this has given you a bit of an insight of what it's all about and what you can do. There are many virtual airlines out there. I've been a part of a few, and this one for me personally is the best one that I have found as far as helpful people, as far as activity, and the website. The website is just mind-boggling, really is. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through all of these different things. I'll do an episode, probably an episode a week, because I've obviously got other bits and pieces going on, showcasing everything. So I'm not going to say which order I'm going to do them in, because some of them I won't be able to do, potentially. But yeah, that's it, guys. So stay safe, and I shall see you soon. Bye bye.